And again, Japan, one observation of a 40 centimeter wave, and several observations of 30 centimeters so far. Oh, one of our viewers said he's in Ecuador. So Ecuador, along with Russia, is at risk for waves of greater than 3 meters. Does anyone know where exactly we're looking at here? Can anyone geolocate what we're looking at? It's supposed to be Japan. But where in Hokkaido? Is this Hokkaido definitely? It's supposed to be Hokkaido, Japan. Yeah, there's a sound issue on this feed. A lot of people in the broadcast are saying, yes, that is Japan. It's supposed to be a Hokkaido. All right, so I'm going to assume it's still Hokkaido. That's northern Japan. All right, we're going to keep there. I'm looking for updates about Russia. Sorry, I've just been so busy here. I know people have written into me. One of our viewers, Ryan, said you're looking at Tsunami. I have to check up on what that is. Tsunami is a train station in Hokkaido. Let me look up on a map and see if that's it. That I don't know.
You guys seen this? It's a tsunami. There was a 8.7. There was an 8.7 earthquake in Russia.
Okay, there have been some new observations. Several new observations in Japan of 20 centimeters. So in Japan, we have one observation of 40 centimeters, about 1.3 feet, probably about 5 or 6 of 30 centimeters, which is about 0.9 feet, and 3 observations of 20 centimeters, which is going to be about a half a foot or so. So I am looking right now at the latest, according to NHK, tsunami observations from Japan. 40 centimeters, about 5 or so 30 centimeters, and 3 20 centimeters. That's the latest.
Okay, so there was an earthquake in Russia,
looking at it right
8.7. This is all BS aside, they are reporting possible 900-foot waves. Can you imagine that crap? So everybody's watching Japan and Hawaii real closely. They might not hit for hours, but everybody's watching just in case. This is what you're watching. This is a earthquake. You know what I mean? It happened in Russia, and now there's tsunamis everybody's worried about. Hi, everybody. I appreciate you guys joining me. I just thought I would share this because this is crazy.
Anything more from Russia?
They're trying to get a camera live on Russia because it hit there first, but they're already reporting that they had waves hit Russia.
Yeah, I'm looking at these Japan observations as they get reported. So if I hear anything bigger, I'll keep you up to date on those.
Now, the cool thing about the cool thing about Japan getting warning this time.
So a bunch of about 5 minutes ago,
they have a lot of people standing on the buildings this time.
In Miyako, 20 centimeters. Ofunado, Japan, 30 centimeters. Kamaishi, Japan, 20 centimeters. Babashiri, 20 centimeters.
I think they learned their lesson from the last one. So Maui Beach is closed. Is that right? I know they're talking about closing the beaches up and down California just in case.
I know that the audio is messed up. That's on the source. So I'm sorry about that, but that's on the source.
Okay, reports of 900-foot waves. That's not small, you guys. They're not saying that they hit anywhere. They're saying there's
at least
reports
we can
of
see it.
Possible 900-foot waves because the earthquake was 8.7. That's how big this sucker was on a Richter scale. So at the time it is right now, it should be hitting Japan at any time, is what they're saying. But as far as Hawaii and
just an enormous earthquake, though. BBC News Russian service says that the health minister in Kamchatka Krai, Russia, said several people were injured during the earthquake.
look at the roads are clear. This time they've learned their lesson. Look at nobody on the highway like last time. People are on top of the buildings. Although I wouldn't be on top of the buildings, I'd try to get up as high as possible into the mountains. Because if you guys remember last time in Japan, oh, look at there's people on the highway there. You better get the hell out of there. If you guys remember last time, some of those buildings, they didn't do no good. They got wiped out. So thoughts and prayers to the people over there in Russia and anybody else that's affected by this earthquake and possible tsunami. Now do some.
Okay. Ria Novosti, Russian state media says the first wave of the tsunami has already hit the coastal zone of Severokurilsk in Russia, in some places flooding the settlement and the Alade fishing enterprise. I think that's the video we saw before. Give me one. I'm going to disappear for about 10 seconds. Hang on.
So sirens and emergency alerts are happening over there in Maui. Is that right, Lisa?
Now, people are asking about Hawaii. Roughly speaking, we're roughly 90 minutes or so away from when any activity is supposed to happen in Hawaii. I'll check the exact times. But remember, Hawaii is under the same threat level, according to U.S. Tsunami Warning Center, 1 to 3 meter waves as Japan is. Now, if in Japan we don't see anything more than we're seeing now, does that mean it's like? I mean, not being a weather expert, I would think it's that if you were that you're likely to see bigger waves in Hawaii if you're seeing bigger waves in Japan, but I have no idea.
Well, 3 meters,
at
like
least
9
Japan
foot waves.
so far,
that's
one observation of 40 centimeters.
That's
the rest
doable.
30 centimeters and 20 centimeters. But maybe there will be bigger waves in Japan. So we just got to watch and see.
Well, if you start seeing the water recede,
we just have to watch and
happen.
see. By the way, a couple quick thank yous. Thank you so much to Allison Hargroves. I really appreciate it. I'm behind on thanking people. It's been so busy. One Core 15, Nan Day, Ignatius Riley, Jesus UCSB, Jacob Hawley, Trevor Keys, Nikola Jokic. As we look at this live shot from a helicopter in Hokkaido, northern Japan. Trippy, Danny Finch, Home Decor, Jay Martinez, Brenda K. Starscream, Marky B. Yeah, trying to say some thank yous here. Michael's Vocals, The Cars Are, Brian Beelman, One Chill Hill, Sonic. Sonic mentioned a scanner in Big Island, Hawaii. Thanks, Sonic. I'll keep that in mind. Val Earl, Michael's Vocals, CG Blend. So let me say a couple more quick thank yous here. Crypto King, Jess Corrections, William Young, Kim Hayes, Iroquois, Mr. Mad Hatter. Sorry, I'm way behind. Vladinator, Mandy, Bree, Tyler, Ron Tapia, PZ Papo Zulu, Live Animal, Dennis Kennedy, Carlos Rosa, NM Solar Professionals, Mitchell Pilot, Kerry Poteet, Louis Belmont Show. Thank you.
Connie, I see you on there. I wanted to take this time to thank you for that $10 tip you gave me the other live feed. I didn't even know I can get tips. So I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that very much. So I said the next time I see you, I
and Allison gave a number of people memberships in the chat. Thank you so much, Allison. That's really kind of you. Do we have updates from the U.S. Tsunami Warning Center? Let's see.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, did I show you this one yet? So, guys, for the just to mention this again, for British Columbia and west coast of US, for coastal areas there, they are under a tsunami advisory, not a warning. Tsunami advisory.
That's different.
And there are some predicted heights. Oh, hold on a second. The other one back. Oh, hold on. Let me show you this.
Why are there people
I like
there?
the
Man,
audio.
get the hell out of there. Look at on top of the roof, but screw all that. Get out of there. Some of those buildings don't last when a tsunami wave hits them. Look at them run. Go to the top of the mountains. Go to the top of the hills. Look at them employees.
This
all
is an
on top of the
8.8
roof.
earthquake, by the way. Oh, hold on. People are I think they've gone to higher ground there, as you can see. Look at that.
I mean,
in
as close as
Hokkaido.
that is to the beach, do you feel safe in a building only that tall? I mean, I see some huge floods in Japan.
Where is?
Hey, people got sleeping bags.
I think I needed to
backpacks.
update the description again because I want to say 8.8 earthquake.
So an 8.8 is in the top 10 of all times as far as the size of earthquakes are concerned. It's huge.
Again, people are sheltering high up near the coast there in Hokkaido.
That's not sheltering,
Oh,
man. I would not
we're
be
gonna get
there.
the other video back.
I'd be up the hill. Yeah, one of them lost
Give me
her
a moment
feed.
here. We'll give it a second. They cut to that video from the other one. And that video had the audio, but that didn't last that long. I'm replacing the thumbnail. All right, hang on a moment. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Let me show you this. This is the latest update from National U.S. Tsunami Warning Center about they have updates out. Now hold on a second here. Look. So, let's look at this while we wait to get the video back. So, tsunami, this is for the west coast of the US and Canada and Alaska, okay? So tsunami warning in effect for Aleutian Islands. I'll show you where this is.
That's Alaska.
See the red there? That in the red there, Aleutian Islands, that's tsunami warning in the red. Orange is tsunami advisory in the orange. But they also have here these predicted heights. So, for example, they have a bunch of forecast start of tsunami, forecast max tsunami height. In Oregon, all the ones listed are 1.8 foot, 1 to 1.8 foot, 0.8 to 1.5 foot, less than 1 foot. Alaska, the ones, well, these are some ones in Alaska, less than 1 foot. Adak, 1.2 to 2.2 feet.
That's not
British
bad.
Columbia, less than 1 foot. Washington State, pretty much all less than 1 foot. And then Moclips is 0.7 to 1.3
Yeah, it's
feet.
not bad. When it
Then
first happened, people were talking about
in California,
possible
Crescent
because
City
of how
has
big the earthquake was.
2.9 to 5.4
900 foot
feet.
waves. I was like,
Port
I
St.
mean, I
Louis,
was in Aleutian
2.0
Island
to
on a boat
3.8
when I was in
feet.
the military with a 30 to 40
Also,
foot
it
wave.
says
And trust me,
observed
I had
tsunami
long
activity.
conversations with
Alaska,
God at that time
0.8 feet.
because the waves were really scary.
Japan,
and I was on an aircraft carrier.
1.1 foot.
I can only imagine what
Now,
the other
they
men had to go
say
through
Russia,
on these smaller
0.2 feet.
ships. So these
I
waves
think
might
there's
not
been
sound
higher than
very
that in
big,
Russia, but
but
maybe
what
we
you're
just
worried
don't
about
have
is the
good
flooding
observations yet
itself.
from them.
You see what I'm saying? The
I mean,
flooding coming up
Russian
on
state
shores.
media said there was a 3 to
Look, there's
4
82 people watching. I
meter
appreciate you guys
tsunami in
tuning in.
Russia. I don't know that that's confirmed, though. I haven't heard confirmation of that. We're waiting to get the video back, by the way, from Japan. Crescent City, just to show you on a map where that is. And we're going to talk about Hawaii in a second. So Crescent City, California is here. There's Crescent City. So I don't know why. Maybe there's something about the geography there that makes it susceptible to higher wave heights. That's in Northern California.
Yeah, Mark, it's live. It's happening right now. Oh, his volume down?
And in terms of Hawaii, here is the latest they say for Hawaii. Right here.
I think that's the best I could do. Try to adjust it on your computer. Let me know if that works. Is everybody hearing this okay? Hope everybody is safe. For those of you who don't know what happened, an 8.7 earthquake came out of Russia.
The latest forecast from National Tsunami Warning Center says 1 to 3 meters above tide level, waves possible for Hawaii. It also says it for Japan. But in Japan, the biggest we have seen so far is 0.4 meters. And then Ecuador, Russia, and the sparsely populated, mostly non-populated northwestern Hawaiian Islands, waves reaching more than 3 meters above the tide level possible.
Thank you, Sandy. Look, after what we saw...
And the projected start time for Hawaii, rather than Northwest Hawaii, for Hawaii proper, the soonest start time they have here is for Nawilawili, which is 5:17 UTC, which would be... That's in a while, right? Because UTC now is 2:36. So Hawaii 5:17 would be in 2.5 hours. Honolulu 5:30 GMT, which would universal
Japan,
time.
I worry
which would
about.
be
Look,
in
you
about
hope you learn
3
your lessons,
hours.
but they go through this literally every 1 or 2 years. It's really crazy. Again, I'm worried about people in Hawaii. If these waves are anything like we've heard before,
Still waiting to get
now,
back
we've seen
the
tsunamis
video
on smaller
from
earthquakes.
Japan. We're supposed to get that
so
back.
I can only imagine
shortly.
what an 8.7 does for tsunamis. But if you listen to what the tsunami reports are saying, the waves don't seem very big.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But it could be deceiving.
If you look at the list of biggest earthquakes ever, well, let me show you that. So Wikipedia says, for those which occurred before the development and deployment of seismographs, starting around 1900, magnitudes are estimated from historical reports to the extent.
Yeah, look, these are in the
That's
7s.
interesting. I don't know about that though. Seismographs were only 1900. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So there's pre-instrumental earthquakes, but these go back. I mean, these go back several hundred years. So surely there have been huge earthquakes over in Earth's prehistory. But at least since 1900 here, it would be ranked as like 6th since 1900. Hey, it's Japan. It's Hokkaido.
Okay, the feed is back up.
Yes, as one of our viewers said, Chile had one. The biggest since 1900 is Chile, 1960, magnitude between 9.4 and 9.6.
And this one is 8.7. Well, those waves look a little bit bigger than they were earlier, but nothing crazy. This could be the start of something, but yeah, they don't look too...
I'm going to keep checking on Russia as well.
I'm waiting to see how the water pushes forward on land. That's what you look for.
Hard to get
look
reliable
at these
reporting
are
about the
coming
tsunami
up.
situation in Russia right now.
But usually when a big tsunami comes, you'll start to see the water recede first. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna leave this on. I'm gonna go get myself a drink real quick and be right back. Okay, just hang tight.
There's just that one video floating around from Severokurilsk, which shows coastal flooding in Russia, which is hours old. I'll post a link to it again. That's really the only flooding one I've seen in Russia so far. I'm checking for updates here myself. Hang on a moment. Thank you, Jacob Hawley, who says, I am in a crab catching vessel. West of the Aleutian Islands in Alaska, we are seeing waves of 50 to 60 centimeters around us. That's what Jacob Hawley says. Stay safe, Jacob Hawley. Thank you. Also, Israel Bishop. Thank you, Israel. Also, shout out on Twitch to SJS94, Kunoichi Red, Tyranny, Static X, Wisdom 179, Big Chief Rick, Lossless AV, Mopple, Kotzel, EU.
Tim, sir, how are you? Appreciate the $5 tip.
And Lossless AV.
I appreciate that.
And
Thank you
also,
for that
hang
drink.
on a moment here. On Facebook, thank you to Athena Goodluck. Athena Goodluck on Facebook, Tabitha Kavanaugh, Kristen McConnell Gates, Amy Cluck, and Angelic
the canine Corsic.
Feats.
And he's just
for your
staring off
support
into the
on
sky. And
Facebook.
I'm like,
Thank you.
what are you staring at? And I'm trying to look at what he's looking at. But I'm not even kidding. He's just jonesing, just staring straight at the sky at one spot. And, you know, dogs, their attention, you know what I mean, to things in the sky aren't that long. He's just staring. And so I'm like, do you see something?
I can't tell what
that I
she's
don't
saying,
see?
but
Do you know something I don't know?
there's the helicopter
He's
footage
just
from
straight
Japan.
staring off into La La Land. It's a little bit freaky.
There's been another 0.4, a
Aftershock.
second 0.4 meter wave observed in Japan.
A meter wave? Okay.
Tomakomoi Eastport in Japan, 40 centimeter wave.
Yeah, those don't sound
the
very
second
big. You know what I
40
mean?
centimeter one I've seen.
I mean, what am I missing? I've heard of bigger waves.
Tomakomai Eastport
I've seen bigger waves.
in Hokkaido, Japan, 40 centimeters.
If you look right here, look at all the waves in the water. There's something definitely like tremors.
I wonder if that's around where this is.
Hopefully, anybody that's near a coast that could be affected by the tsunami, you guys get somewhere safe. Anybody that was affected by a tsunami or the earthquake, I pray that everybody's okay.
実際にこちらの部川町でも到達している可能性があります。こちら上空から大きく変化があったようには見えませんけれども、
It's like it's preparing because look at the waves coming in more often. Look at that. But usually you see water receding first before a big one comes. Julie, you're very welcome.
I'm waiting for the next round of updates from the U.S. Tsunami Warning Center.
Yeah, there's definitely a pattern of waves coming in. I'm in California, but I'm way up in the mountains. It'll take one hell of a
Japan
wave
time
to
right
reach me.
now
I'm about 45 minutes near
is
Yosemite National
11:44
Park.
a.m. 11:44 a.m.
波が海岸岸壁に当たって白く水しぶきが上がっているのがわかります。
Where's everybody from? Gotcha.
Oh,
thank you so much. I appreciate
OSIN
the $10
Technical
tip.
posted some photos
Thank you.
from Russia. Thanks to Dr. Steve Brule for sending that along. There's a flooded port in Severo-Kurilsk in Russia. Severo-Kurilsk in Russia is where you might have seen a video showing some big coastal flooding. That's relatively close to where in Russia to where the earthquake happened. So there are some photos coming out from there that I'll post some links in the chat of a flooded port area, flooded coastal area there. OSIN Technical posted a couple. So definitely some significant flooding in that area as well.
Tennessee, you're good. Florida, please
that's
count me
the
away from the
worst
beach,
I've
and
seen.
hopefully everything is okay.
Is,
North Carolina,
is in
hope you guys are safe out
Severo-Kurilsk
there.
so far, Russia.
My fear about living in Florida is that if some kind of storm happens and it gets flooded, and no matter where I am, somehow, some way, damn alligators get washed up and start running around in my yard.
Oh, that guy from Oregon mentioned also this. Thank you. I haven't even looked at this yet. Yes, so that guy from Oregon mentioned that if you go to the Attic Island, Alaska station, you can see the water level there. And it looked like the water level rose about 0.75.
Did he pronounce that right? I thought it was ADAC, and he said attic.
Looks like the water level rose about
ADAC?
0.75
Attic
feet.
sounds kind of weird. Like there's a whole
about
island,
3/4 of a foot
running
right
around
there, above what it was expected. And then it goes down to below what's expected.
Once again, Jim and Gotcha. Thank you so much for the tip.
So
you're much appreciated.
There, it's about a foot, more than a foot below what's expected. So that's in Adak Island in Alaska.
I don't know if that's a good sign or not. The fact that
if that's the tsunami height,
which I say in the calm before the storm,
consider it
like these waves
height,
up,
it looks like
to be, I mean, they're bigger than normal, but
3/4 above
very big,
predicted, and then it goes down to about maybe 1.1 foot
real
below
big waves
predicted.
come.
So thanks to our viewer for mentioning that. I appreciate it. ADOC, is that what it is?
I've witnessed, not in person, but I've witnessed.
Let me show you where that is on the map.
Before. But I have a huge fear of those. I know it sounds crazy, but a girl that I'm seeing, she went on vacation a while back.
So
I wouldn't go there. Sounds like tsunamis will happen. And while she was there,
where
tsunami happened.
The earthquake
but they didn't have the big waves. The water levels while she was going across on a ferry boat went really high. Didn't flooding. I mean, they got a little bit of flooding, but nothing big. So she was.
Here's where the earthquake was.
But she said, "See what you're doing." She said, "Stop doing that damn thing." And I go,
the place
you're
in
making
Russia,
tsunamis come. She goes, "You keep talking about them so much that you manifested a tsunami." I was like, "Man, maybe I did." But that's my biggest fear, to be over there and then all of a sudden, be on the beach somewhere in a nice villa or something, and then all of a sudden a freaking wave come right through my door. I'm not ready for that crap.
The earthquake was here, and then ADOC Island, whatever you call it, is over here somewhere. There it says ADOC right there. So ADOC is here. And then Severo-Kurilsk.
Janice, Sandy, Mark, I appreciate you guys being aboard. Kelly, Rob, Lakeside, Julie, of course, Jim. Jim, we haven't seen each other in a while. We got to get together again.
So there's the earthquake. Let me go to my map here.
I appreciate having you guys aboard and girls.
Hang on. Here. Right. So the earthquake happened in this area here, right? And Severo-Kurilsk, Russia, where that flooding in the coast is
Jim.
down, is over here.
One of the people that I met at our meet and greet, Jim, this lady, she showed me a picture of my
There's
Pimpy shirt.
There's Japan.
She said I still have my Pimpy tank
Hokkaido,
top.
Japan.
It was cool. So PNB talked to George today. He told me to get Andy's.
What is Alaska
Andy
time
Shipman? Is that
right
you're talking
now?
about, Janice?
Is 6:49 p.m.
Jim, you still have your Pimpy shirt? That's sweet.
So the forecast tsunami for
I'll find a way to get
Adak,
to Janice.
Alaska, was 1.2 to 2.2 feet. That was the forecast.
Very big.
1.2 to 2.2 feet. And what we see, we have that buoy reading from there. I can pull that back.
I was in the Navy. We're in Illusion Island during a storm. The waves. I never been involved in anything like this.
Where did
I'm
it
on
go?
an aircraft carrier, but I was an operations specialist, so I'm on a VP board. That's old school style, and I'm on an aircraft carrier. The waves were 30 to 40 feet tall, and it was
this is the
horrifying to see.
Adak
Scared the bejeebus out
Island.
of me. The boat would go up on these
station.
waves, and then when it would come down,
So
it just kept
you
going
can
down
see
and
the
down
water
and down.
went
Like,
up to
oh my
about.
God, this thing ever gonna stop going down? Looked like we were gonna go underwater.
You're not
You know what I
seeing
mean?
it because I'm blocking
And
you
we had
again.
a F-14
The water
washed
went up to
overboard,
about
and I was
3/4
like, this is
of a
terrible,
foot
man.
above where
I
it
had
was
a hard
supposed
time
to be.
sleeping. But
And
I thought
then
about
it
my
has
friend.
gone
They were fast
down
frigates, and we
to
had some on
about
battleships, and they were like, "No, we had it bad."
1.1
'Cause
feet
they
below
would tie
where
them
it's
down
supposed
when
to
they
be.
sleep. For those in the Navy, you know what I'm talking about. When the waves are really crazy, they tie you to your bed.
That is Hokkaido, Japan.
Alan said, "No tsunami over there in Arizona." I think you guys could use the water, but I wouldn't want you guys to get the water via a tsunami. You know what I mean? I'm glad everybody is safe there.
Another 40-centimeter wave has been observed in Japan, in Orai, Japan.
Yeah,
Is that
people are
in
asking about the
Hokkaido?
dinar. I posted another video about, the dinar and what they were saying as far as the free floating was concerned. There's another article. Now,
I don't. It
it's
looks like there's multiple
2 days
Orais.
worth of articles for those of you asking.
I don't know
about
if there's one in Hokkaido. There's an Orai in Ibaraki.
Sandy, you've been around me for a while. I've been doing YouTube since the end of 2019. It's been a while. Jim knows what I'm talking about in the military, huh? Like the boat, it slides down the wave, but when you see when you're going down into the wave and the wave is
which
building
is
up,
Honshu Island.
it's really
So maybe
scary
that's where that
shit,
is.
man. You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
biggest
I was
we've
on a
heard so
carrier.
far in Japan. 0.4 meters, which is about 1.3 feet. That's
Martin,
the
I
biggest in
appreciate
Japan
that.
so far we have heard about. Hawaii EMA says all hazard
Martin, thank
sirens
you.
will sound. Okay.
Mark, sir, appreciate it.
Hawaii EMA, Emergency Management Association, says the first wave impact in Hawaii will be at 7:10 p.m., they say, in Hawaii.
Yeah,
which
Mark,
is
stay grounded.
About 2.5 hours from now. Hawaii is going to sound the all hazard sirens at 5:10
the video that I did
about
earlier,
20
what I
minutes
love
from
about
now.
this place where I'm getting these articles from, the people, it's not a puff piece. It's not a something that you get all hyped up on, but they also keep you very grounded. So they'll say, look, pros, cons. you're not going to get overly excited. But then, when you read part of it, it does seem like, whoa, that sounds a bummer to hear. But then they go around and say something different, not on purpose.
Nothing
but
new yet from
just tell you,
Tsunami
like,
Warning
look,
Center.
there's some good things happening in Iraq.
U.S. Tsunami Warning
But just
Center.
calm your tits. You know what I mean? Stay calm. Just let it happen. The cool thing about the articles that I'm reading is
People were asking about aftershocks.
Years. I love it. Let's tune back into Tsunami.
I will show you the latest list of aftershocks. There was a 5, 6, 26 minutes ago.
Oh, Sandy, I've seen people get blown off the ship from a plane.
Here
or
from EMSC is the list of
because they're not paying
aftershocks.
attention on deck.
There was the initial USGS says it was an 8.8, then a 7.0, 6.5, 6.5, and a bunch of 5.
I've actually seen sailors in training videos get
there might have
sucked
been
through the
smaller
intake of a
ones
plane.
too.
It is
There was
the
a
grossest
5,
thing
6,
ever. It's
27 minutes
you get
ago.
sucked through the intake of a jet, and you come out the other side and hammer me, man. It's really sad to see.
The 8.8 was about 3.5 hours ago.
Their jobs are extremely dangerous. So, my thoughts and prayers with them, and I'm very grateful for what they do because it is not easy, and you really have to stay on your toes all the time.
Thank you, by the way, to Ben Bowden, Nikos Kostianis, Nick Klein, Jacob Hawley, Athletics, Randy.
I don't notice those
Randy
little
says,
waves in the
won't
water
get too
like I
bad
did
here
earlier.
in California. I think Randy's in California.
Like them chop lines were.
You are looking at live video from Hokkaido,
here.
Japan.
And the water was, I wonder if the water is now receding because look, it was up here. It like flooded a little bit. Oh, there you go. Once you get out of the clouds. Okay. Obviously, I was in the clouds dreaming. Carol said where they are over in Corpus Christi, Texas, where they're at, they know the tsunami might.
That's some Russian sound.
She's saying those idiots are out there surfing. They're living the point blank, what do you call it? The point break dream. You're waiting for that dream wave. I guess they think Patrick Swayze is going to be out there, Mark says I don't look normal. Well, define normal. Because I'm definitely not normal to a lot of people.
I'm just not seeing much more yet from Russia. I mean, there's some videos and photo of coastal flooding there in Russia, but I haven't seen much.
Yeah, I can tell you that when I went into the Navy, it was right around the time Top Gun came out. And Top Gun, watching those planes in those movies definitely gave people a hard on, man. And I was in the Navy because of that. Well, that's partially the reason. Okay. But the fact that I drink a lot is it's a long story. I'll tell you guys sometime. But yeah, watching F-18s and Tomcats and F-22s just came out at the time. So yeah, very exciting to watch. Not you, mate. I mean, the coastline. My bad, Mark. I thought you were talking about me. I was like, what do you mean? Sorry about that.
Oh, looks like some new video.
Yeah, I'm watching that. It's just, there's definitely some waves hitting up against her, but I mean, you can't be down there to see. I don't know if this is normal or not. It just appears to me.
We have not seen any kind of significant destruction, significant tsunami damage in Japan yet.
These little
have
chops
yet to see it
in the water. I seen those earlier, and then they seem to disappear. Maybe it's the angle of the camera. Do you guys remember Jet Li, the actor? Did karate movies and crap like that. He was in Hawaii when that huge tsunami hit. Changed his life. He became a different person. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be on vacation with my family, hanging out in the pool.
Let me just take you back to the. Let's look for a second at the Adak Island, Alaska.
There you go, Adak.
Water level at the water measuring station there, and what you can see here. remember the
Ellie, thank you for your
predicted
service as well. I appreciate it. Thank you.
tsunami wave height at this area was like 1 to 2 feet roughly. I think 1.2 to 2.2 feet.
Okay, the thing that blows my mind, they were
So what do we see? We see recently the water level goes up about 3/4 of a
Here's the thing
foot
that blows
more
my
than
mind.
it's supposed to be.
When it first happened,
Then it
earthquake,
drops
it's a
down
huge
to
earthquake. It's
maybe
in the top 10 easily.
1.1 foot
These people report
lower
the
than it's supposed
possibility
to
of
be, and now it's going on the way back
900-foot
up
freaking
again.
waves.
So,
And I was thinking to myself, you're talking about 9 stories of a
about
building.
a foot
That's
higher or
no
lower
small
than it's
wave by
supposed
any
to
stretch
be.
of the imagination. Anybody on the
So
coast
far there,
that experiences a
we'll
900-foot
keep an eye on
wave,
that. That's an
and they're going to get
ADOC
wiped out.
island,
So I tuned in
Alaska.
to see if this is going to happen. The waves this guy's talking about, I was like, yeah, I used to body surf some waves that big. Let me see if I can find another channel. Hold on.
Maybe we'll eventually get some video from Hawaii.
See, now this looks a little different.
I just saw another video posted by GMI of some flooding in that one area that we've seen flooding in Russia, Severo-Kurilsk. I'll post a link to it in the chat.
So let me cool this guy down, and I'm going to switch. You guys got to see this. Stop sharing. Okay, stop sharing. We're going to switch over to. Is this the one? Let's see.
Thank you, big dog. You need a helicopter, boots in the air. Exactly. I know.
I mean, look at these over here. Look at these waves.
Folks, we are monitoring.
Oh, yeah. These are much bigger. This is much different. Look at this.
Japan here.
Look at these
And
waves
then we'll
coming
eventually
in.
have our eyes.
Hey, your people out there in Corpus Christi, you better be careful. Look at these waves.
On Hawaii.
Yeah, a helicopter is about exactly where I'd want to be when a tsunami comes. I mean, look at the waves are thrashing up so much it's causing a mist. You see this? Sorry, there's not a lot of noise or talking there. I'll try to talk a little bit, but I mean, that's crazy.
Let me keep going on Twitter here and see what information is out there in this particular region. I appreciate everyone that's watching. We are closely monitoring.
Look at these right here.
Warnings. Oh, National Weather Service Los Angeles has put out tsunami safety tips.
It's looking a little misty there on the shore. Well, not that. Is it receding? Look at. We've seen some big waves out in the middle of the water, but not up on shore. I mean, please, God, don't tell me these are idiots out by the water.
Now some of the books, now some of the they're saying this is the 6th largest earthquake on record.
6th largest earthquake on record.
Sixth largest earthquake on record.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the mist coming up. I mean, but here's the beach. There's nothing coming up too high. It just could be back building like we were talking about earlier.
Sixth largest
先
earthquake
行
on
して、
record.
星さん先行して、430、便停波します。現在 C6 出してる
Yeah,
方停
that
波し
should be
ます。
better.
Christy, thank you very much. Very grateful.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
How's that, you guys? Better
Much
view,
appreciated.
huh?
Thank you.
What happened? The waves aren't moving. Dude, what happened to your feed? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the other guy real quick. Let me get the volume up.
NHK reports no damage in Hokkaido, Japan, yet from municipalities monitoring tsunamis. As of 35 minutes ago, I believe it is. No, you know what? I take it back. Originally, NHK said there was a 50 centimeter tsunami in Soma Port, Fukushima. Now it says 40 centimeters. So we're still the highest tsunami observations so far in Japan are 40 centimeters. So far. That's been the highest.
There we go. There we go. Yes, Andy, I'm noticing that some of the waves are starting to get bigger and bigger. The other guy's video, those waves just offshore definitely look a little bit bigger. Okay, I shall return. Just gonna top off my drink a little bit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, 40 centimeters is about 1.3 feet. That is the biggest so far in Japan. Still waiting for new updates from the U.S. tsunami warning system.
All right, I'm back. Witch Hunter official. Is that really the name, Witch Hunter? Am I reading that right? That's an interesting name. Yeah, same here. I hope these people get away on time.
I'm
Well, this
checking
is
some of the
Japan.
messages
We've seen
people
people on
have sent
top
me
of
as well.
buildings, so they are at least getting, the warning. Although the people that close to the coast, on top of those buildings, I would not feel comfortable, because the last tsunami I watched, buildings were collapsing that were that close to the coast. If you have this much time, then get the hell out of there and get up
What
the
is this?
hill. Oh, Deep Street Witch Hunter. I love it, by the way. I love that. Yeah, Baja Girl, absolutely agree with you. When Mother Earth has enough of our shit,
I'm just checking for
flush
some
the
updates
toilet.
here, guys.
That's a lot of whitewash. But again, I mean, is this the quiet before the storm? Just go back to the other guy's channel because something's happening. No, not him. I guess this one. Not him. There we go. There we go. The other guy got a silence. I believe it. Let's wake this guy up.
よろしくお願いします。今、目視する限りだと漁船が沖合に逃げてるのってちょっとわかんないですね。ラジオマイクで V 級サブさん入館ありますか？
Oh, say, Daniel-san.
すいませ
So
ん。
this is
中継
Japan
入
for
るの
real.
教えてもらっていいですかね？呼びかけも全然わかんなかったっす、今。
Cali, yeah, in
すいません。
Fresno,
事
there's
故ってあ
no
るん
worry
で
in
マジよ
Fresno.
ろしくお願いします。
We've had bad floods there, but definitely no tsunami. You need to worry about it. That'd be when it. That's not far from where I am. I mean, well, it is kind of, but if a tsunami reaches them, it's
Don't
going to
hit
be
this
pretty
one,
close to
man.
me. You know what I mean?
どうぞ。だからそっちレポートするんだったらするで言ってよ。そしたら切り替えるから。
Still scary.
言ってください、今。俺こっち全然リポートがあるって分かりませんでしたよ。今もういっちゃんカメラマイクにしたんで一応黙りますね。
What that person said. Yep, I support it.
はい、その通りです。
I mean, just look at all the mist built up around the beach. Or you might want to call it fog. I'm just saying. This definitely is from the activity or the waves, in my opinion, smashing up pretty hard against the shore. But there's still no big major, oh shit moment. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Yeah, Bruce.
はい、どうぞ。ちょっとこの場所で今見て、どうしようかな。この辺が一番わかりやすいんですけど、他ちょっと待ってくださいね。いつね、こっちに降りてくるかが全然わかんなくてね、今ね、ちょっと待ってくださいね。
That's fine. Well, I'm right in the middle of doing a live feed, so just let me know when you're ready. Okay, no problem. Again, look at all the mist in the air.
Off on cell phones.
Oh, there
More
we go.
alerts.
Of course, Hawaii under a tsunami warning after a powerful magnitude 8.7 earthquake off the east coast of Kamchatka, Russia.
Let's go to Honolulu Mayor Rick Blangiardi at the city's Emergency Operations Center with an
Look at the wind. Look at the plants.
We got an
Look at the
update
wind.
from the mayor.
Good evening.
Okay,
Well,
let's
if
hear
you're
it.
watching us right now, you know you're fully aware that the state is under a tsunami alert. That said, what you're doing is the right thing to do. We ask you to pay attention, stay with your media for updates. Here in Oahu tonight, I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who are going to give you some really pertinent information. But I ask that you stay calm. If you're in a low-lying area, please get to high ground. You'll hear about our emergency centers that are open, and let Randy Collins, our Emergency Management Services Director, tell you that. But we need people to cooperate with each other. Right now, the roads are full, people trying to move. We ask you to stay calm, cooperate, and get to high ground, if at all possible, where you are. We promise to give you complete updates. Right now, the expected time of anything that might happen here in Oahu is going to be somewhere around 7:15. We're expecting it to be at Kauai around 7:10. We'll know. We've been told by Civil Defense that when it passes the island of Midway, we'll get a good read as to what we can expect. And that's not scheduled to happen for a while yet, but we promise to keep you updated. Please stay close to your media. Listen. If you are in a safe place, stay there. And if you're not, do something about it. Get to higher ground. So with that, I want to bring up Randy
Well,
Collins.
Lisa
who's our
Davies
Emergency
is
Manager
telling us right now,
Services Director.
emergency alerts
Randy.
and sirens are going off in Hawaii.
Sir. Good evening. As the mayor indicated, our number one priority is to get people to safety. So get out of the tsunami zones, out of the tsunami inundation areas. Those are clearly marked by the tsunami zone signs that you've seen around, that we worked hard in instilling over the past year to make sure that you're aware of where those tsunami zones are. You can also find out more information at www.honolulu.gov/DEM. There you will be able to find all the various types of resources about these tsunami warnings. As the mayor mentioned, our number one priority is life safety. And so right now it's an easy thing. Get away from the beaches, get inland, and get upward.
Yep.
So that's our message right now. I would also tell you that we are working hard with all of the city agencies and other stakeholders to make sure that we are activating the tsunami assembly areas around the Oahu. And we want everyone to, if you do live in an area that's within a tsunami area, first and foremost, go to a friend's house, go to a neighbor's house, go to your workplace, but go inward and upward out of the tsunami area.
Yes.
If you have no other place to go, then go to the tsunami assembly areas that we have activated around Oahu. Would also encourage you to not call 911 for evacuation out of your home. Depend on your friends and family and your neighbors to help you get out of the tsunami zones. 911 services are not for helping to evacuate. Our 911 services are for in danger of life and health services. And so we don't want to over or inundate the 911 centers. So please make sure that you use all other resources available to you to evacuate out of the tsunami zone and get to those other refuge areas.
Okay, peeps, I hate to do this to you, but I have to go take care of some things. I do appreciate you guys chiming in. For those of you who left me a tip, thank you. It's much appreciated. All right. So everybody that's anywhere near coastal, please be safe. If a possible tsunami is coming your way, get to higher grounds. Do what you can to keep you and your family safe. My thoughts and prayers go out to those affected by this. Yeah, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people who are affected by this. It's a scary thing. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll catch you later. I'm out.